Joining us today is Woody Chamberlain, president of eMarsInc.com. eMars provides electronic certified payroll for the construction industry with their compliant client software. Woody, what is one of the main reasons construction companies are switching to eMars compliant client payroll software?
Well, it's very simple. All contractors that get money from the federal, state, or local government have to file a certified payroll each and every week. The government requirements are such that you can make 30 different mistakes on a single payroll.
Now, we all know that the result of making those mistakes can lead to fines, debarment, and other financial hardships. How does eMars compliant client software address those mistakes?
We can actually determine how many errors and what errors are on a payroll instantaneously. As soon as the contractor wants to process the payroll, he clicks a button and all of a sudden all the errors pop up. And right next to the errors, we have the resolution of the problem. And if that doesn't work, they just give us a call, which we respond in usually 15 to 20 minutes.
Woody, can you tell me how time-consuming it is for the construction company staff to process payroll with eMars compliant client payroll software?
So it's simple, it's fast, it's easy. You can do a payroll in about 2 minutes. If you do it by hand, it takes about 45 minutes, and there's zero guarantee that you're going to find all the errors.
All right, so under the Davis-Bacon Act, companies who are working on government contracts are required to have certified payroll. But Woody, can you tell us a little bit more? What is the Davis-Bacon Act?
It's an act passed in 1931 that was designed to ensure that various areas in the country didn't import cheap labor from other countries for the purpose of doing construction work. So it's designed to have local people be able to compete for the work that has to be done on a construction project.
I would imagine vaccine mandates are making payroll even more complicated. Does eMars compliant client payroll software address these current issues too?
Yes, we do. This has been a very confusing moment. I was at a conference a couple of weeks ago where we spent 2 hours talking about this very subject. And the bottom line is this: there's a mandate out there. There's legal opinion that says the mandate is not acceptable. But still, the contractors are left in a dilemma because they have to be prepared to know who is on a job site that has been vaccinated and who is not. So depending upon how the legal case ends up, they will be able to remove people from the workplace if they have not been vaccinated and leave people on the workplace who have been vaccinated.
So you're telling me that eMars compliant client software will track these employees for the construction company?
That's exactly right. If they try to make a payment to a worker on a job site who has not been vaccinated, an error message pops up immediately. It's one of the 30 some odd errors that we identify as soon as they attempt to file a payroll.
Is there any company that's too big or too small for eMars compliant client payroll software?
No, actually, our largest client, we're still on a project. It's a nuclear power plant in Georgia. That's a $27 billion project. And the smallest one we have, frankly, are mom and pop operations that don't do any more than $100,000 or $200,000 a year at the most. We've got 85,000 contractors that we have serviced in the past. We usually have 10 or 12,000 active ones.
Is it actually cost effective for the smaller companies, like the mom and pops?
Yes, because we have a monthly program, so you can use our system on a project for as little as $65 a month.
Now, you said it's easy, but we all know even with easy things, questions arise. What kind of support comes with eMars compliant client payroll software?
We provide technical training on the system itself, but we also have someone on the staff who is an expert in the compliance field, so we can interpret and explain to the contractors the meanings of the law and how they should view it. So it's a pretty comprehensive service.
All right, Woody, is eMars compliant client payroll software cloud-based or is it on the client's computers?
Oh, it is not on the client's computers. It's a web-based system, and it's a cloud in the sense that we have a dedicated cloud. There are no other people on our quote-unquote cloud.
What type of reassurance can you offer that eMars compliant client payroll software is actually secure?
We have the best level of encryption that you can get. We have a firewall. We have the information, the at-rest database encrypted, and our servers themselves are encrypted. So there's virtually 3 levels of encryption And nobody else offers that level of security.
I gotta say, Woody, it really warmed my heart when I heard you employ wounded warriors every chance you get. But from what I understand, that outreach didn't work out exactly like you thought it would.
What we've discovered is we frequently can't use the wounded warrior in the company, but we use their wives instead. And that's worked out to be great because the wives can stay home, take care of their husbands, and they network amongst one another. So if one has to go to the hospital or whatever, the other people cover for her. So it's actually, it's a pretty tight community that we run here.
Reduce your compliance risk and gain peace of mind while increasing your productivity immediately. Contact eMars today at 480-595-0466. That's 480-595-0466. Or visit their website, eMarsInc.com. That's eMarsInc.com. It is one amazing company with some pretty amazing people.